Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Thomas Holtzman.
I'm Matthew Cheung. Nice to
meet you. Please have a seat.
Thank you.
Were you able to find the office this morning?
Yeah, well, it's Nike, so it's a pretty big campus. You can't really miss it from anywhere. But it's a beautiful place.
Oh, thank you. So today we're just going to be doing a short interview. Probably only lasts about 5, maybe 6 minutes. I think probably only ask you about 4 or 5 questions, and I'll let you go on your way.
All right, that sounds good.
Okay, great. So first question I have for you today is, tell me just a little bit more about yourself.
All right, so I'm a recent graduate from Oklahoma City University. And while there, I actually earned a bachelor's degree of business administration in finance. While I was there, I was also a member of the Oklahoma City University golf team. And I had a really good college experience there, learning to balance golf and school at the same time.
Right. That's great. So the second question I have for you is, why would you like to work for Nike?
Well, recently Nike has only branched out into the world of golf, maybe in the last 10 years or so. And of course, you just signed Rory McIlroy, one of the biggest players in the world right now, and he's a personal favorite of mine. So, and Nike, since Nike has branched out into the golfing world, they've made leaps and bounds, and I actually want to be a part of a company that can actually be the best company in the golfing world. So that's why I'm here. Also, your mission statement says that you are here to inspire and innovate athletes all over the world, and it's actually been one of the biggest things in my life to inspire and make a positive impact on other people's lives, and I feel that Nike will allow me to do that, so that's why I'm here.
Oh, well, that's great. Yeah, we definitely have a great emphasis on becoming a leader and innovator in any field that we enter, so I'm glad you share that same positive attitude that we do here. I noticed on your resume that you work for a junior golf foundation. Can you tell me a little bit more about this experience and how it may help you get a job later on?
Yeah, sure. So while I was working for the Golf Foundation, I was actually an administrator. That meant picking up calls. I actually did a lot of organizational work with Microsoft and Excel as well. And also I had a lot of one-on-one contact with clients, sponsors, other employees, and teachers of the game of golf back at home. So, and I feel that these experiences will allow me to learn to work in a team environment, because I had to work with employees from different divisions and stuff like that. Also, working with sponsors allowed me to talk to people who actually are in the field of golf. So I learned a lot there.
Well, that's great. It actually sounded like you had a lot of responsibilities, and I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Another question I had, tell me about a time when you experienced conflict, any example that you want, and how you actually resolved this conflict.
All right, so at my 4 years at Oklahoma City University, as I mentioned before, I was actually a member of the golf team.
Right.
And as many collegiate golfers know, there's a bit of confrontation that you can have there, because there's a group of guys and everything like that. So 1 year there was actually a bit of confrontation between a couple of players in our team, and I actually took the initiative here, because at the time I was upperclassman and I was the leader of the team. So I felt that I needed to step in and go speak to these two players. I spoke to each of them personally, and then I actually got my coach as well, and we had a group interview, and we quickly sorted it out so we could get back to being on the same page and working as a team together.
Well, that's great. Sounds like you handled that very professionally. I'm glad to hear that. So the last question I wanted to ask you today is, if you could just tell me a few strengths and weaknesses that you personally think.
Okay, sure. Well, as I mentioned, I was a golfer at Oklahoma City University, right? So so during that time, I learned really good time management skills, because I had to, juggle between practicing golf, doing my school studies, working out in the gym, as well as my social and friends and all that other stuff. So I felt like I was able to do that well, because I came out with pretty high grades in my schooling, and also played pretty well in my college career. Also, I learned that I learned really good communication skills because our golf tournaments were actually on a Monday, Tuesday, so we actually missed quite a bit of school while we were away for tournaments. So I actually learned communication skills through that because I had to email teachers, I had to set up times with them to actually get the notes that I missed, and then I had to also contact other classmates to get the notes off them if the teacher could not provide me them. So I felt like I learned really good skills there. One of the things that I felt like I need to work on is creativity, but I feel that I'm getting much better at that, so only time will tell.
That's great. It sounds like being on the golf program actually really helped you out. I'm sure whenever you're working in a company, the creativity will come along once you get some more experience.
Yeah, hopefully. That's why I'm at Nike, because you have some of the most creative people in the world working for you guys.
Oh, thanks. Actually, I think that's all the questions I wanted to ask you today. Do you have any questions you wanted to ask me?
Actually, I do. So when you actually are looking to hire someone, what kind of characteristics or personality do you look for in a person?
That's a great question. Actually, when we're looking to hire a future employee, we often look at how the person can communicate with clients and also with their team members. And also, we like to see that the person has great time management skills, kind of like what you already mentioned before. Those are two of the main aspects that we look at, and then there's a few others that are minor details.
Sounds good.
All right, well, thank you for coming in. I think I've got enough information, and I'll be able to email you within a week. And if you don't hear back, please send me an email, and try to get back to you as soon as possible.
All right, sounds good. Well, thank you for your time.
Oh, no problem. Have a great day.
Yeah, you too.